Welcome to SIMS HOMESTEAD. Well, our chicks are doing really good. We got them in, I guess about a week ago, a little longer than a week ago. And they're really doing great. We had a little chick hatch in our incubator, and we got that chick in there with the chicks we got. So we got 17 in that we got from the hatchery. They're meat birds. They're bred specifically for meat, and we got a little chick there that came out of our incubator. So as you can see, they're really coming on, and so I figure it's about time we start working on chicken tractor that we used to use for our hens. It's got a nest box on it, and it needs a little work, so that's what we're going to be doing next. Alright, this is our chicken tractor, and as you can see, the doors, the bottom board is rotted. They don't make pressure treated lumber like they used to. I don't know what, didn't last too long. We're gonna have to replace that board and rework this. It's really simple design. It's just two 8-foot 2x4s and then one cut in two, and so 4 foot on, 4 foot across the front and 4 foot across the back. So it's pretty simple. Got this PVC pipe that goes into 3/4 inch pipe clamps, and you just put a pipe clamp on one 2x4, measure it out, I don't know, I think it's like maybe 18 inches, and then bow it over to the other side and put another pipe clamp, and it works pretty good. I put these here for bases for, I got one on each side for the water and the feeder, which we're going to continue to use. It worked out real well. One thing it didn't work out too well is my wheels. I've got the wheels mounted on these little 2x4 blocks, and I'm going to change that. I think what I'm going to do is just run a 2x4 across the inside and then mount the wheels underneath it. I think it'll be better, because as you can see, they're kind of bowing out, so it didn't really work out too good. So we're going to be taking the tarp off. We're also going to be removing the nest box because we don't need it any longer since we built another chicken coop, a stationary one. This is designed to be moved around. So our birds, our meat birds, once they're in here, we'll actually pull it, probably every couple of days. It's got a rope on the front, and you pull it, and that way they're constantly moving on to fresh grass. So it makes a better quality bird, and they're free ranging, and they're eating bugs and grass, living a good life, compared to what way they would live in a factory hatchery, which is pretty miserable. So let's get started. Well, we finished the chicken tractor. Got everything done, except put in the water on it and the feeder. And got the tarp on it. Got to put some new wood. So it's ready to go. Let me show you the goats and the animals and the new feeder. We needed a feeder for the feeder that we use in the regular chicken coop. We need it for the chicken tractor, so we bought a new feeder for our chicken coop. Give the goats a little treat. Do your trick, Bella. Show everybody how you do your trick. Up, Bella. Good girl. Good girl. Hey, Lily girl. Lily don't do no tricks. She just wants cookies. Up, Bella. Good girl. You want a cookie? Come on, Nellie. Come on, get a cookie. Good girl. Nellie's got to get a cookie. Up, Bella. Good girl. What you doing, little boy? You acting up today? Come here, Chester. Chester. Come on, Chester, want a cookie? Come on, boy. You want a cookie? There you go, boy. So hopefully the rain's gonna let up. It's kind of slowed up a little bit, but we're still getting some rain here and there. But it looks like the forecast is like getting less and less. So we're in the dry season, but it just hadn't. Nobody's told the weather that yet because it's still raining. It ain't really. So this is the feeder we put up. I kind of like it. It's I hung it from the roost. That way, when I raise it up, it'll be out of the way, and it just hangs from the air. And we're thinking about putting a 5-gallon bucket, maybe put it in the corner and have a scoop in it, so I can just scoop it and fill it up. And then one of the projects that I've got planned is I'm going to put a gutter on the back side. This coop's got a pitch to the back, so I'm going to put a gutter on the back and put a barrel back there and run it into the barrel, and then come out from the bottom of the barrel to inside the coop, and then running a pipe along the wall, then putting some drinker cups on it like I've got affixed to this bucket. And so that's planned to do here soon. And the pigs seem like they get bigger every day. This is our 3rd year raising pigs. I think these are going to be the biggest ones we've had. You know, we get them when they're piglets and we raise them up till they're ready for slaughter. And but I'm thinking about putting another pen on this end and putting maybe 2 more pens or maybe even 3 more pens down that way, and breeding our own pigs. Thinking about it. And as you see, they're getting pretty big, and they still got probably say 600 more pounds of feed to eat, so before we take them to visit Braddock's. So they got pretty good. They got everything they like. They got mud, all the feed they want, all the water they want. So now we're gonna move our chicken coop, our chicken tractor. We're gonna move it to the front while the chicks are small. This thing is a lot lighter than it was without the nest boxes on the back of it. I built the nest boxes out of OSB, oriented strand board, and that stuff's kind of heavy, but it's the cheapest plywood you can buy, so usually that's what I use for any projects I need plywood. One drawback to it is it's pretty heavy. So what we'll do, I'd say in another week, 2 weeks tops, we'll be moving the chicks into here from out of the shed, and every few days we'll move it so they're constantly on new grass. So, you know, you go to the grocery store and you pay pretty good money for free range chickens, which is a lot better quality, better tasting, healthier and happier chickens. You know, so our chickens will be, compared to the chickens that you buy, that's cheap, the cheapest chicken you can buy in the store, raised on a factory farm, Tyson's producer. You know, it's pretty, if you've ever seen one, it's not too good. I am definitely for the ethical treatment of animals, any kind of animal. Just because I like to eat them don't mean I can't treat them as good as possible. So this is where they'll get their start at, and as time goes on, we'll move it around down here, and so they always have fresh grass, and then we may move it on back to the back. I'm not too worried about anything getting to them with Dixie here. Dixie will get anything that comes in his yard, animal or man. She will bite anybody that comes in here. They're gonna get bit. That's all there is to it. I love the dog, but she's pretty. She will bite. She's very protective. So this is the chicken feeder that I made, and it works really good. And you take a 4-inch hole saw and drill it in the side, and then you get a 4-inch street elbow and slide it in there, and then silicone around it. Betty just washed this out. So this little piece here is just a piece that I cut out, and I tape it with some packing tape, like right in here, to kind of keep the chickens from, you know, getting completely into the feed. So as you can see, it's kind of like that inside. So it kind of holds off the feed and just keeps it from just pouring out. So after this dries out a little bit, which, like I said, it'll be about another week before, maybe even 2 weeks, I don't know. Usually when, you know, they get the feathers on them, they're ready to come out from underneath the heat lamp. So we keep raising it up a little bit. So when that dries out, I'll tape that on there before we fill it up with feed. So that's the feeder, and it just moves right along with the chicken coop when it gets moved around. And this is the water. It's just a plastic jug, drill. Drilled a 3/8 hole, and took a 3/8 fine threaded bolt and heat it up, and then screw it into there, and I don't know if you can see it, but it makes threads. And then you just screw that in there, and it makes it's got a little O-ring on the back, makes it seal, and it works pretty good. And I put I put some new wire on here because the hole was getting bigger and bigger. So with these new chicks, I just so I patched it, put some new wire in there. So gotta cut it out. That should work pretty good. So that'll let them get in there to get some water. So that's about it. Thanks for visiting, and we'll see you next time.